What is up, fellow summoners, and welcome to the channel. Today I must apologize for dropping this quick tip series over the last couple of weeks, but I had planned on putting one of these videos out today on something totally different than what I'm presenting to you now, and that is because by total happenstance, very unexpectedly yesterday, I managed to pull a 5-star blade, and I've been testing him non-stop since then. He is so much fun. There are so many unique kind of passive abilities, the way his bleeds and his power gain, everything works together. I find it just really intriguing. This I will touch on when I do his full closer look review video. However, I thought it was interesting enough that I wanted to pull it out and kind of make the community aware so that they could test this and practice this for themselves. And it's all around his ability to cause a bleed, a 100% chance to cause a bleed with what the game calls a well-timed block or a parry. This works whether or not you have the mastery that stuns them. All you need to do is to block right before you take a hit, and you're going to cause a bleed. Which there's a couple things here that I find intriguing about that. First is the parry bleed is actually stronger than the special attack 1 bleed is, which I know the special attack 1, it causes 2 stacks. But each individual stack, if you're just comparing them side by side, it's actually stronger. If you take that 2 seconds, you multiply that by 5, you get it to 10 seconds to compare it to the S1. It's actually about 1.5 times more bleed damage than the bleed from the S1. So having the parry bleed up as much as possible is very important for 2 reasons. One, it's just very, very good damage that you're causing without actually hitting the enemy. When you hit the enemy, obviously you feed them power. And depending upon the enemy that you're fighting, that may be a big issue. So being able to cause bleeds, damage passively without touching them and giving them power is a big deal. And secondly, and probably even more importantly, is when you are near a bleeding enemy, you gain 7% of a bar of power every second. So the more bleeds you can put up by using your S1 and your S2, the more quickly you'll gain more power and can get back to that S1 and that S2. It's kind of a vicious cycle. So if you're able to stack more bleeds with the parry on top of the bleeds you're doing with your specials, obviously you can do more damage more quickly by getting back to S1s and S2. Again, it's just this vicious cycle that goes on. Now, obviously, we all kind of parry to start a fight. You do the parry stun, get your 5-hit combo in. You parry to do your regular attacks. You know, that is all normal, free damage, free power gain that you're getting from those bleeds. But I was thinking, what are other ways that I can more quickly get these bleeds applied throughout the fight? And really the only other opportunity is when enemies are doing specials. While you cannot parry stun a special like you used to way back in the day, the game still recognizes when you block, when you parry right before a special animation attack, and it counts that as a bleed. So I got to thinking, man, there are a lot of animations from enemies that have multiple parts, which we usually just evade all of that. But what if I just go ahead and try to, parry maybe the first part, drop my block, and then parry the last part and pick up several bleeds that way? Which there's one big aspect to this that you got to keep in mind is if you are doing this, you're going to be taking a lot of block damage, which if your blade is unawakened, I probably wouldn't play around with this a whole lot. But remember, if he is awakened, when you're holding down your block, you can consume some of your power to get a very strong regen. So you really don't have to worry about it when Blade's awakened, taking this chip damage from blocking, because you can pick it all right back up. Remember, with the excess bleeds of the parries come more power, which you can use that power then for more healing. So I think this is definitely something that you want to be aware of and be practicing. And I'll give you a few examples here. The first one, obviously, that I ran across when I was doing some just damage testing is with Winter Soldier. You can see here the last part of the animation is 2 hits. It's 2 shots back to back. You can see it caused 2 bleeds. And I saw that and I thought, wow, what if I parry the first hit, drop my block, and then pick it up? Can I get 3? So there's 1 bleed, drop the block, pick it right back up, and there it is. There's 3 bleeds. 3 very strong free bleeds without giving the enemy any power, just ticking away, giving me more power gain. So then I'm like, well, crap, what other characters can I use this on, man? What other enemies can we use this against? So I've got just a couple here you can see. Doctor Strange, the first part you can block, evade back, and block the second part of that animation. Then you can get the parry block right there, get another parry block. So I've done 4 bleeds basically without touching him at all. There's another bleed right there. Another enemy I tried this on was Miles Morales. You can see the very first part, I actually picked up 2 bleeds. I tried to pick up the third one. I think the animation is just too quick, though, to pick up 3 bleeds there. Mordo, I really like this one. Block, drop the block, pick it up. On the S2 there, you can see we got 2 bleeds, which is really nice for a power control character trying to control him in Mordo. Rocket, we got the block there. Drop the block, pick it back up for the parry, cause 2 bleeds. Again, that's really somebody you'll want to make sure your blade is awakened for to be able to get that regen back. Medusa, I tried to see if Medusa's S2, since it's so many hits, would pick this up. But as you can see right there, for some reason, it only, it only registers the first hit, which is a shame. Electra, this is another really good example. Parry, drop the parry, pick it up right at the end, but you got to be really, really quick on that one. I'll show another example of that here at the end. But really, just keep in mind, I guess I'm just bringing this out there because it's a totally different change in mindset. We're so used to, and even when I was practicing, I found myself just constantly evading when I was trying to parry, because that's just the mindset that I'm used to, is evading specials. But just try it for yourself. If you're practicing with your blade, I know a lot of people have got him in crystals here recently. Maybe you got him in the featured arena, or you've got him as a 3-star. He's definitely somebody that you'll need to practice with to get comfortable. This is just one very small aspect of him. Again, I'll touch on this again in his full closer look review video. But this is something that I wanted to bring out, make people aware of, so they can start practicing for themselves. If you run across a really good character for using this against, if there's an animation I'm not thinking of, that you can use or cause multiple bleeds, or if you get the timing down for Medusa, let me know. But yeah, definitely leave a comment down below. That'll kind of help the community out in general. Give this a shot. Practice this. I think it's really interesting. I find Blade to be an awesome character. Cannot wait to get him awakened, whenever that's going to be. But his full closer look review video, I probably will wait until I get him to rank 3. So maybe sometime next week we'll put that together. But again, just wanted to get this out in testing, make everybody aware. All right, guys, I hope you find this helpful. Hope you go and practice this, and maybe find a few tricks I haven't even talked about here. Again, let everybody know down in the comment section below. All right, thank you so much for the support. As always, until I see you in the next one, have a great day.